This content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill no one.
Wait a second.
No.
We return to our planet. The High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin vs. the World, and here's another First Impressions, the show where I talk to you about something I've seen for the first time, for the only time, and my first impressions of those particular projects. And this is Anderson, who has come to help me in my little review. Today I'll be actually reviewing the Warlock Home Video Double Feature Volume 2, which has Happy Helladays and Dingleberrys. Now, there is a regular DVD that kind of has discard on it for both of these that you can get on Shot SOV Horror, but if you want to buy directly from the man himself, it's best to go ahead and try and, get a hold of him on Facebook, because this here is, in my opinion, it's better to put money in the pocket of the person and not go through the middleman. So I'm going to talk about each of these individually, but let me tell you a little bit about the content. There are extras on each one. The menus look really good. Everything looks good. It's just that no discard. But let's talk about these individually. So the first one's Happy Helladays. If you want a more in-depth discussion, you can go to the Schlockaholics channel, and you will get that discussion that we did recently on Happy Helladays. It is a Christmas tale in the vein of Black Christmas, where you have this orphan delivered at a sorority, and he's being raised at the sorority, but he snaps and starts killing everybody. That's the whole of it. Acting, well, I mean, if you've seen Seaver stuff before, you know what the acting is. It's not great, but it doesn't need to be in this. Matter of fact, that's, I think, part of the charm of these Seaver films, is the B quality of it. And the intentional B quality of it. I don't think these were actually considered to be, these are going to be the ultimate high-budget horror competitors. But the plot-wise, I mean, like I say, it's standard. It has a lot of callbacks. I mean, where he's singing that, I keep thinking, when he's singing Christmas Tree, I think of the Ernest Saves Christmas yet again. And I did kind of like it. I mean, it was basic, it was simple, it worked well enough. The characters weren't all that likable, which kind of helped with the killing, but also not as much as I would like. Acting, like I say, acting is low quality, but that's alright. That's what you expect for this sort of thing. You're not expecting, like, high-budget acting. So I'm not going to really ding it for this. I would ding other films for that level of acting, but not this. Special effects, it did what it needed to do, and it did it effectively. I mean, it effectively made this guy look like he was a little kid, and it did okay with a lot of the extra stuff there. It would have had more bonus points if some of the kills had been even more creative, but I think that the kills were creative enough as it is. I'm just spoiled for that Christmas tree stabbing in Xmas 2. I was very spoiled for that. And shoot, even if we're talking Seaver, I was spoiled by Death-O-Lantern, where they run somebody through with a candle. These are good. These are good enough kills. I was thinking to myself, no, something even more over the top. As far as music does. I mean, the music is what it is. I think that it's fairly good. It seems that we have that repeated song in all of the stuff that's done by him. I don't know what's behind it. I haven't done a lot of the background checking that some of my associates have, but I still feel like it was worthwhile. Again, Happy Helladays was a fun watch. I'm not sure it's going to be an every year watch, but definitely one that I'll put on an occasion. Probably about as often as I do with the Matrosia Christmas special, where I watch it about every other year. Because that's what I get out of it. Then the second one is Dingleberrys, and out of the two, Dingleberrys is my favorite. Neither one of these holds up to today's standards, but that's okay. They both kind of remind me of the quality and value of another studio, which I will not mention the name of, but very similar in that vein, and I like those films, so these still fall into my alley. This one, however, is about these like poop monsters from outer space. They arrive on Earth and they start to kill people to try and repopulate. A hunter from space comes back. It's basically Critters. If you really want to know, it's Critters. Each one of them is a stereotype. Again, not very good about holding up today. You've got your typical high school kids that gotta take them down. And in general, it's fun. I love the puppets. But in any case, in general, the story is fun. It's entertaining. I would watch this one a lot more often. I actually liked it better than Happy Helladays. And again, it was just fun. Just in general, it was fun. And of course, Skippy's in both of these. This dude who likes to carry a lantern around occasionally. I do wish that he carried it around 100% of the time. It would make it even funnier as a joke. But I do like how we've managed to go through and do this. And I was a little bit leery with what it was, but I was okay with it. The kills were fun. Overall, it was fun. Acting-wise, again, not much better than the rest, but that's all right. Matter of fact, if it was better acting, it would not come across as well. It wouldn't be as funny. There are parts where he's left the blocking instructions in the scene. All right, now come over here. And that just is hilarious. Production design, again, he left the blocking instructions in this scene. I think it's intentionally supposed to look like, you know, schlock, as we would say on the channel. And I say that Dingleberry, I mean, they're actually fairly good puppets. I really thought that they did well with those. For what they had, they did pretty good in special effects. I was impressed for what I've seen so far in the Seaver library. So, pretty impressed there. And music, again, the standard. I think that it works well. It reflects the 80s, which is the time period he's trying to go back to. And in general, I thought it was a fairly decent film. So, who would like this set? Any fan of Chris Seaver or Warlock Home Video will want this set. It's good, it's compact. It allows you to get those films. You got a lot of special features. It's a pretty good deal. Any fan of any fan of micro-budget horror comedy, I think would enjoy this. I think that if you like any of these types of films, and you know who you are if you like these types of films, I think you will like this just fine. Don't watch if you have a thin skin. Don't watch if you're easily offended by stereotypes and things like that. But I do think that if you like micro-budget and you like those kind of cheesy films, I think you will be fine with these. Alright, well that's about it for this discussion. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you liked it, hit that like. If not, well, dislike, share, and subscribe. But we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.